Yo, it's been a while since I've made another video, but I've been on vacation, for a few weeks in Paris. It's pretty nice. Went to the Eiffel Tower and Disneyland and the Louvre. The family wanted me to go, so I pretty much had no choice, but it was nice there. I enjoyed my time there. It was a nice break from the semester. It was pretty stressful, I'm not gonna lie. Like all the finals and all the assignments I had to turn in, including my final project presentation. But yeah, I'm back making another video. And one thing I want to follow up on was the previous video that I made, where I mentioned that my friend, his name's Colin by the way, he died in a skiing incident, which he was skiing on a diamond level trail and hit a tree at Mach 5. But you can go back and watch that one. But what I really want to talk about was how I mentioned that my former friend now, he got angry over me calling his friend the wrong pronoun by accident. And pretty much I mentioned him in the last video, and I decided that it wasn't really a fair judgment to call me a bad person just because I said, or I called his friend, he made the surgery like probably a year ago, but pretty much I called him the wrong, or her the wrong pronoun. And here, I'll explain the full situation of it right now, just because a lot of shit has happened since then, so you might want to stick around till the end of the video. So pretty much after I released the last video that I made, my friend, he saw the video and he decided to send me a hate message and then block me just for stating my personal thoughts on the situation. And pretty much what happened is, approximately like 8 months ago, me and this group, or his group rather, where he has this one transgendered friend that I mentioned, we were playing buckshot roulette, and there was one other person. I'll name her Clara just to keep her anonymous, and I'll call my friend Bob as well. But pretty much we were playing buckshot roulette and we were all having a good time, but so I thought, like allegedly his Bob's transgendered friend got offended, and I had no idea because we were having a good time and we were all laughing along with each other's jokes and everything. But the only person that wasn't having a good time was our former friend Bob here. Now, pretty much I remember this one joke that I made near the end of the session. I said that it was getting pretty late and he might not be able to wake up for his job tomorrow, so he might get fired. I made that joke, and Claire was laughing along with it. Everyone thought it was pretty funny, but not Bob though. Bob decided that he was gonna throw a bitch fit and then rage quit the call. And then about like a month later, he messages me saying that if I meant to misgender his friend, and I said no, that was a complete accident. And he asked me to apologize, but I had no idea that he was hurt, so I didn't do it at the time. But I've already sent his friend the apology, and I think he blocked me, so he probably didn't get the message. But pretty much that's what happened. Yeah, we kind of cut contact for a while until I made the previous video that I made bringing up the situation. And apparently this is like around like 6 months later. And keep in mind, this dude is angry over a 2-letter word that I said. A 2-letter pronoun that I was not even like intentionally saying. And you know, Claire, I talked to Claire about this, and she was stating, oh yeah, we stated multiple times that to correct you on the thing. And I'm like, dude, I don't even like remember any of that. I remember us having a good time and just playing the game. And the only person that I thought was having a bad day was Bob here, throwing a bitch fit over a joke about him getting fired because he didn't get enough sleep to go to his work tomorrow. That was my summary of the situation. Yeah, I make that video like 6 months later, and this dude decides to, out of the blue, send me a hate message and then block me before I can say anything back. And I'm like, okay, you can do that then. But what I'm gonna explain and later on is that it's gonna shock you, so you might as well stay around. And it's gonna make a lot of sense as to why he's like this. Pretty much after he sent me that hate message and blocked me, I pretty much, I still had his number, so I pretty much called him a snowflake because, you know, he seemed like a fucking bitch. Like, getting offended over literally nothing. So, I do that, and then I even call him out on our Discord server that we had. And then pretty much he decides to rage kick me from the server. So apparently this dude has a lot has changed since a couple months that have passed by. Like, this dude's he's changed up his norms, and he decides to be Mr. Moral Authority now. Like, back in the day, me and him used to make jokes about black people and, like, you know, other minorities all the fucking time. You know, we said some like edgy ass jokes. You know, this was like for in high school. Like, I knew him for like 8 years now. It was a good run, but pretty much this dude decides to switch up and become a incredible softie now. But what I'm gonna explain is going to make a lot of sense. So, like a week ago, I had another person from our group from the Discord, and he told me some things that actually just, you know, I have no words, but pretty much Bob decided to cut them off too, over a joke that they made as well. And long story short, they were making a joke about whether he has a autistic furry girlfriend or not, and he admitted to it.
This is 4K! How did they get you at 4K?
So pretty much like, I don't know, like around like 4 months ago, this dude Bob and this other group that used to be a part of the server as well. I mean, they still are, but they just don't talk anymore. They decided to join a furry Roblox RP server as a joke, just to see what it was like. And pretty much our friend Bob here got way too invested in the server and himself, and he decided that he was going to make that server a full-time thing. He made a whole friend group of furries on that server. And he's got a little furry girlfriend too. Which is, you know, my God, bro. That explains so much. Yeah, I know that for sure that a lot of people in the furry community are transgender, and they take that shit like very extreme. Now, I'm not saying that all transgendered folks are furries, but almost all furries are transgender. I hate to say it. So this mother decides to ditch the old group and then join the Roblox furry group on Roblox. And pretty much he switched up all his norms to how his furry girlfriend wants now. So everything that she thinks is okay is what he thinks now. So he doesn't even, he's kind of like mind controlled by this furry girlfriend of his. And he pretty much, I don't know, he's changed. Like he used to be, as I said before, we used to make hella jokes about like all types of different shit, and you know, that shit flied like normal. You know, we used to make like offensive jokes, you know, we thought that was just a normal part of the norms in the group. But he decided to switch up without saying anything, and it just threw everything off, you know. So this furry group now, all the norms that those people decide is okay is now what he thinks is okay, even if it's like literally nothing, if it's a pronoun that I said by accident. And like, even if like I said like the wrong thing by accident, like I meant she. Like if I said he, I meant she. Like make a big deal out of nothing for no reason. But like, you know, it's kind of unfortunate that you know, he decides to switch up like 180 like that. So yeah, bro like decided he wants to become a furry now. So, and I've been watching this dude's profile picture on Discord. He like changes it every like 2 days or so, and like his profile picture right now is literally a picture of a furry. I like shit you not. So like, I mean, you know, I'm just glad he found his calling, you know. Like bro found his tribe. You know, this is what he was all along. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit that happened in the past, you know, all the shit that used to be tolerated is just not flying anymore for this guy. So and he doesn't even explain like the norm changes either. It's like, it's one thing to like, if you explain that things are different now, like explain that, oh, this type of joke does not fly anymore, or like, please be careful of like saying this thing because like, you know, there's new people now in the group, and you know, you want to change the norms. That's fine, just say that. But when you don't even explain why things are different and you just decide to get mad, like it's just confusing, you know. It's like you're making things complicated for no reason. So it's like, you can be a furry, man. Like honestly, like that shit is too fucking weird for me. But like, bro, go be a furry, you know. It's like I won't like stick around for that shit, but yeah, I'm happy for bro, you know. But you gotta communicate better about that shit, man. It's like, this is baffling news, you know. And pretty much, you know, long story short is like, I think the direction that this group that we had just was kind of going in the direction that I wasn't really fucking with anymore. They've become like sensitive, like fragile little teddy bears that can't even take a joke anymore. Like, me joking about him getting fired from work because he's not getting enough sleep, like, to wake up the next day. That is like nothing, man. Like, are you kidding me? Like, no normal individual gets offended over something like that. So clearly a lot has changed with this man. But, you know, all those memories that we've made for like years, you know, all the games we've played, I will cherish them. But it's too bad bro decided to become a furry. But hey, I support bro 100%, man. If bro decides to go wear a furry costume in public, wag his little tail around, you know, bro can do that. I'm not joining that shit. But, you know, I mean, you know, a lot of norms that flew in like 2010s, like, I'm starting to find out that they don't really fly anymore, because at this point society has gotten way too sensitive. It's like, if we were to go to war like anytime soon, we would be cooked. Let's be honest. It's like getting offended over a fucking pronoun that was misspoken, and then proceeding to stay mad about that shit for literal months. After like talking shit and blocking someone after months because you don't like their opinion is just, and that shit is just pathetic to me. But, you know, if bro wants to be a furry, he can be a furry, man. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna move on. This shit is just not worth my time, you know. Certain people, there's certain groups that, you know, they change, man, and it's just not worth wasting your time on these type of people, you know. So yeah, I just expect people to come and go from now on, you know. But with that being said, you know, I will be extra careful with like transgender people, like saying the pronoun shit. I will keep that in mind. But, you know, this is just way too far. And you know, hey, good luck to bro, man. You know, if he decides to become transgender as well, I support that shit. But I think that's really all I have to say for now. And yeah, man, it's so good to be back in the city. It's like, being out for like 3 weeks. That was kind of tough. Not being able to do the things that I want to do, you know. But I guess moral of the story is, don't beat yourself up over shit that literally does not matter, because there are plenty of other people out there that will do it for you. I took that from the F1 movie, by the way. It's a pretty good quote. You know, I'd like to explain the difference between transgendered folks, which are completely normal, by the way. I see them as normal individuals of society. And then we have furries. So, what transgendered folks react to you misgendering their pronouns is, as long as you say that you didn't mean it, and, you know, no hard feelings, right? Because, you know, it was an accident, so it's like, why are you making a big deal out of it? They would just say, yeah, I knew you were saying that by accident, so, you know, I'll forgive you, because, you know, there's obviously, like, that you said the wrong pronoun, and it kind of just, like, slipped by. You know, I'm okay with that. You know, I know you meant the other thing. I know you meant to say she instead of he. But what furries will do is they will make a big deal out of it. They will not forgive you for saying that, and they will call you a transphobe and they'll say that you don't care about trans people because you accidentally said the wrong pronoun and you deserve to be canceled. So obviously there's a drastic difference between the two, you know, but I'm just here to explain the difference and how this adds up to the story that I just told. I just double checked the DM screenshot that was sent to me by this other person that was in our group, and apparently they were asking whether this dude Bob was dating a little girl or a furry autistic art student, and he said the second one. That's actually hilarious, dude. But dude, holy shit, man. Like there's like other people. You know what the crazy thing? There are other people in the past that have misgendered his friend, and he does not care. Like, he didn't care in the past, but now all of a sudden, now that like he's part of that furry group now, all of a sudden it's like a cardinal sin to fucking like say the wrong pronoun. Man, this shit is a joke. I'm starting to think that bro he never truly honored our friendship in the first place, you know? He kind of like saw himself as like better than everyone, and like only his opinion matters and like nobody else's. And you know, all these other people that are still in his group, they're all a bunch of yes men. They just say they glaze him no matter what he does. And the thing is, like, bro thinks that his transgendered friend is the one with the real problems. Like, my friend literally died, man. And like, I don't even get a my condolences, sorry for your loss. I don't even get none of that. Bro only cares about the pronoun shit. Like, are you serious, dude? Like, I've talked to a bunch of other people about this, and they all think this is a joke. So I know for a fact that I'm not fucking in the wrong here. R.I.P. to Colin, bro. Seriously. And bro actually thinks I'm a terrible person. Like, when in reality, I'm not. But yeah, stay frosty, my friends. And if you decide to become a furry, don't be like this man Bob here.